Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I am going to teach the higher order functions. What are their functionalities, how we use them, what are the methods that are built-in functions that are used to perform these higher order functions. So what are the higher order functions? Higher order functions are basically the functions that takes another function or any other function as an argument or return function. So these are the functions that take another function as an argument. Okay, for example, if we make one function and we write a code in that function and we create another function and we want to call the function 1, so we will use the function 1 as an argument in the function 2. So the function 2 will print out the values of function 1. This is how we take arguments and this is how we return the value. So in Python 3 in Python 3 there are basically two higher order built-in functions, two higher order built-in functions. What does that mean, built-in functions? Built-in functions are those functions for which compiler generate an inline code. It means that when we write a code, compiler will generate a step-by-step inline code and make the code inline. So these are the built-in functions which are filter and map. These two are the basic built-in functions that are two higher order functions. So what does this map function do? It basically provides an easy way to transfer each item into an iterable object. What does that mean? When we use list or when we write some data in our list, tuples or set, we use map function to convert each item in the list into its iterable object. What does that mean? If we use three numbers in a list, for example 1 2 3, so map will convert the 1 2 3 into its multiples, or it will convert into its square. For example, square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 2, square of 3 is 3. So map basically used to transfer an item into its iterable object. So example of map function is a simple example of map function is, for example, take a list, insert some values. Okay, now as we all know that for iterations we use loops, and what loop we use for iteration? For loop is used to iterate through the values. So here we will use for item in map lambda n multiply by 2. Wait, I'm going to tell you what does this lambda means. Okay, list print item. So here we use the map function, and what we are giving this function is n into n multiplied by 2. It means that multiply every value in the list by 2. And what does this lambda means? Lambda is an anonymous function, and what does this lambda do? It can take any number of arguments, but it can only have the one expression. It take multiple arguments, but any number as a multiple arguments, but it can have a one expression. What does that mean? That this is an expression n into n multiplied by 2, but here this item is a this item will gonna print, because we didn't take anything as an argument, but here we gave a expression. I will write here an example of lambda. First I'll print the values. See, every value is multiplied by 2. For example, 1 is 1 multiplied by 2, 4, 6 and 8. And if we want to print the square of values, so I'll here. So every value it will give, it will print the square of every value. Square of 1 is 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, and 4, 16. So I'm going to write here the example of lambda. What does this lambda do? It takes number of arguments, but only have one expression. For example, if we take any variable x and we write a lambda function, which is an anonymous function, and I'll give this lambda an expression a is equals to a plus 10, and I'll print here x and 5. Sorry. So what does this lambda, what will it print out? 15. Now you will see we stored this expression along with this function into a variable x, and here what did we do? We do not know what is the value of a, so we are giving it here an argument. As we know that we can give multiple arguments to this function lambda, but have only one expression. Here expression is only one, but we are here giving an argument 5. So the value of a will it will take the value of a as a 5, and it will print out the value of a, and so x is equal to this expression, so x will be equal to a, so a will be 5 plus 10 15, so it will print out 15. Now another function is filter. What does this filter do? It is a built-in function that is used to filter every item in the list. Here we use multiple conditional statements to check if this condition is true or if this condition is applicable or not. For example, list is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, and for iteration we use for item in list filter lambda n is less than 4 comma less, sorry, this is less than, okay, comma list print item. Now what will this function do? It will check if this condition is true, and it will iterate in the list, and it will check what values are less than 4, so it will print out the value. And as we all know that lambda takes one expression and multiple arguments, so this n into n, n into n is less than 4 is an expression, so and condition, it will check the condition and print out the values. See, 1 2 3 is less than or equal less than 4, so it will print out these values. Now there are two other methods of function, which is sort and sorted. So what these functions means, or what these functions do: sort will sort the list in a place, or it will mutate or change the indexes and returning none. What does this mean? It will sort the original list and it will change the indexes, original indexes, or it will mutate the indexes, but it will return nothing. After the sort function, if we print the another again the same list, it will give us the sorted list in an ascending order. And what does this sorted mean? Sorted mean it will return a new sorted list, leaving the original list unchanged. This sorted will not change the original list, but it will give us a new list which will be sorted. Now we are going to you will understand this by having some easy example, which is, for example, take a list number equal to 1 comma 5 2 3 7 9 0. Okay, this is a list which is not sorted. Okay, if I'll do a sorted function, it will return a new list with a sorted items in the list. So print sorted num, so it will return out a new list, a sorted list. See, it returned out the new list which is sorted 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now what will the sort function do if I want to sort this? For example, if I want to sort the same list, what will it do? Num dot sort. Now see, it will return nothing. It didn't return anything, but if I print the same list again, it will return us the sorted list. Now print the same list num, it will return out the sorted list, because this sort function is also it will change the original list into a sorted list, but it didn't print anything, but after that it gave us an sorted list. So here's another example. The longest in the sentence. Okay, 1 minute. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Okay, now see. Now this split function will what does this split function do? It will split the whole sentence into a single word. So what did we do? There's a word is a variable and we use a str.split means split the whole string. So what did this split function did? Also we use the sorted because we want a new list in a sorted order. So it split it. So it didn't print like this like this the longest word in the list, because we use sorted here. Sorted means it returned a new list, so it returned a new list without changing the original list. So this is a new list, and it's also what did this split function did. It it split the whole sentence into a single word. There is also one thing, case insensitive case insensitive language. What does this mean? The case insensitive language means the language that is not able to distinguish between the uppercase and lowercase letters. That does not distinguish the uppercase and lowercase letters. So here's an example. Now see, what does this means that it didn't distinguish between the lower cases and uppercase letter. It just printed out the whole list. So what does this case insensitive language do? It does not differentiate between what is the lowercase and uppercase. If we write here a small a and here a capital A, and we do not write any small c, so it will print a small a in the start. See, it didn't distinguish anything. It didn't differentiate between the lowercase and uppercase letters. Thank you.